Good afternoon, friends. Good afternoon, fans, and welcome to Titan Basketball. It's Ron Galbreath Court. It's Buzz Riddle Gymnasium, and it's basketball time. I'm Mark Slazak, along with Ben Kelly and Jacob Rhodes. Time now to welcome in partner tonight, Ben Kelly. How you doing, Ben?
Doing great, Mark. We got a game that it feels cliche to say it's a big game because it's a conference game, but when you get to where we are now, Mark, 20 days prior to the PAC Championship Weekend Tournament, it all matters here, especially when you got a team tied for first and a team tied with third place in Westminster, looking to decide some kind of seeding here in the PAC North.
No doubt we will break down those records, the standings, all that stuff when we get going. But first off, Coach Roseanne Scott leads the Westminster ladies. Coach Scott currently in her 24th year, and she's three-time PAC Coach of the Year. Led the Titans to their only PAC title in 2005. The Bethany Hall of Famer gave us three keys to the game.
Well, the first one was something they were very successful at against Teal, Mark, and that was be physical in the post. How many times did you and I see Teal not be able to get a rebound, which is actually the second key to the game, is get those defensive and offensive boards, get those second chance points, take them away from Allegheny. And then the last one, push the tempo. Did a great job of that, Westminster, in the third quarter against Chatham back on Saturday.
It's Westminster, it's Allegheny, and it's coming up next on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Joe's in New Wilmington, offering pizza, stromboli and calzones, subs, wings, and salads. Pizza Joe's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 209 South Market Street in New Wilmington. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Riardo's Bar and Grill, offering homemade Italian dishes, game nights on Mondays, and trivia nights on Wednesdays. Located at 1223 East Washington Street in Newcastle. Riardo's Bar and Grill, opening at 4 p.m. every day and closed on Sundays. Visit riardos.com or call 724-698-7259.
Back here at Westminster College, Mark Slazak along with Ben Kelly. Jacob Rhodes here as well. And Jake is going to tell us a little bit about the Allegheny Gator head coach, Kelly Muffley.
Of course, thanks. Great to be here, Mark. Coach Muffley for the Gators in her fifth season. Been around the block both as a coach and as a player. Talking about coaching first, currently a 62-63 all-time record for the Gators, 49-40 in PAC play. Was formerly an assistant at Case Western Reserve, and Teal started her coaching career at St. Lawrence. Last season, she coached the PAC Player of the Year, Emily Lauer, and the PAC Newcomer of the Year, Isabella Antonacci. This season, looking to make the playoffs for the fourth straight year, is Coach Muffley.
Thank you. We'll hear from Jacob throughout this broadcast, peeking in the huddles and giving us action from down below. Let's take a look at those current PAC standings. Right now with Westminster sitting in the 3 spot.
That's right, Mark. Grove City and Allegheny knotted up in that one spot at 6 and 4. Geneva and Hiram in a tie at 4th, and then Teal bring up the rear at 1 and 9 in 6th place. Over onto the south side, W&J and St. Vincent in a real heavy race right now. 9 and 1 tied for first. Bethany hot on their tails at 8 and 2. Chatham, Waynesburg, and Franciscan. Franciscan's looking for that first win in the PAC this year.
Tonight's game, Allegheny at Westminster, probably the feature matchup of all the games, with the number 1 in the north against number 3 in the north, but some other games today as well.
That's right. Bethany against Chatham. That's going to be a big game across the PAC South Division, absolutely. And then we take a look as well, Waynesburg and St. Vincent. Two big powerhouse schools going head-to-head. Geneva hosting Grove City. This is the one I'm most looking for, Mark. Geneva and Grove City. Grove City tied and first in the PAC North. Teal and Hiram, the two Teals, in 5 and 6 in the PAC North as well. And then just the last game is going to be Franciscan and W&J.
Westminster ladies are coming off a tough loss on Saturday, 60-51 to Chatham. Down 30-21 at the half. Tied the game at 34 in the third, but we're -8 in that fourth quarter to drop that one. Maddie Syka led the way with 15 points, 3 threes. Katie Grexa had 13 rebounds, and Grace Kane with 11 points in the game. Titan ladies have lost 3 of 4. Last win coming against Teal last Wednesday, 71-65. They were down early, 11-2, but had 4 players in double figures, including Maddie Syka with 12 to lead the way and come back in that one.
Well, both these teams looking to avoid a losing skid. Allegheny also lost their last game on Saturday at Bethany. They trailed by 20 at the half, and it stayed that way. An 88-61 loss to the Bison. They created separation. The PAC still to Bethany. Now just 1 game behind number 2 W&J. Got the top 2 teams. So 4 Gators found double digits, including Jess Bickert, Sarah Santacola, and Isabella Antonacci with 11. And Vasquez had 10 of her own.
And at this time, we're going to honor America with the national anthem.
At home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem.
Anthem here at Westminster College. Westminster and Allegheny, our matchup. History-wise, between these two teams, Allegheny leads the all-time series 26-16.
Yeah, and that was a deficit that grew for Westminster, Mark, back in December. Opening PAC play with a 69-42 loss at Allegheny. Allegheny kept this formidable Titan offense to single digits in both the first and third quarter. Titans have lost the last 4 to the Gators. They are 12-13 at home, 2-5 since Allegheny rejoined the conference just a few years ago.
Some of our comparison stats: Westminster offensively averaging 59 points a game, giving up 66. Allegheny scores 69 a game, gives up 65. Westminster shooting the free throws at 62% and the threes at 31%. They're number 3 in the pack at 130 made threes. Allegheny shooting their free throws at 71%. That's number 3 in the conference. And they made 115 threes, 37%. That's number 1 in the PAC.
Moving over as well, Mark, rebounds per game. Allegheny leads by 5, 43-38. Titans have the edge on steals per game by 1, an 8-7 lead for Westminster. No one assists more than Allegheny, 17.5 assists per game to Westminster's 14. And turnovers pretty close. It's an 18.5 turnovers for Westminster, 16 for Allegheny.
Key players include Grace Kano for Westminster at 11.5 points a game, shoots 52% from the field. Katie Mario leads the pack with 51 made threes. Katie Grexa, one of the top rebounders at 7 per game. And Maddie Syke, who's been a super sub, she's moved into the starting lineup, averaging nearly 13.5 points in her last 4 games.
Elizabeth Antonacci is going to lead this Allegheny squad. Mark, she's averaging just under 18 points per game, leads in 4 of the major categories as well. Also looking, Jess Bickert leads the team in steals with 35 a game. She's going to be another prominent player Titans have to stop. Sarah Santacola is the only Allegheny player with 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds in her career. She leads the PAC with 10 rebounds per game. And lastly, Ava Kobus, the best shooter on the team, 47.3% coming off the bench today for Allegheny.
Our officials in this game: Jeff Irwin, Luke Chambers, and Andrew Wild. Starting lineups for Westminster: Kennedy Arison, the 5'4 junior; Angelina Brush, a 5'6 sophomore; Bella Calcamuggio, a 5'2 freshman; Grace Kano, a 5'11 junior; and Maddie Syka, a 5'7 freshman.
That's right, in the Gators squad, Mark, coming right from the swamp is Jess Bickert, the 5'8 senior out of Cranberry; Sarah Santacola, the 6'2 senior out of Moon; Ira Ko, the 5'8 sophomore out of the Philippines; and Isabella Antonacci, 5'7 out of Indiana, Pennsylvania; and Ashlyn Price, 5'10 sophomore out of Greensburg.
Allegheny will wear a navy blue uniform, yellow numbers, yellow letters, and yellow trim. Westminster will wear the home whites, blue letters, numbers, and trim. And we are set to get this one underway with Santacola and Kano to jump center circle. Ball is in the air, tap controlled by Allegheny, and it is basketball time at Buzz Riddle Gymnasium. Front with the basketball, Antonacci. Feeds on the right side for Coe. Coe, one dribble, then back to Antonacci near side. Comes around a screen from Santacola. Stops, spins, shoots, off the rim, no good. Syka with a Titan rebound.
Well, it's that pressure that Titans can put on in the paint, Mark, that forces those uncomfortable shots. Didn't look the most comfortable putting up that mid-ranger.
Rush tries to get into the lane, lost the ball. Take away for Allegheny. Quickly ahead, right side for Antonacci. Antonacci comes around a screen from Price, back inside for Santacola. Santacola spinning against Kano and fits it back out front. It's Bickard around the horn to Antonacci on the wing left. Antonacci, last year's newcomer of the year. Comes around a double screen. Foul line jumper is up around the rim. No, Santacola with a rebound though. Keeps it alive for Allegheny. Out to Cohen, back into Santacola. Cut off and maybe twisted her ankle there. Ball loose on the floor and still loose. Fight for the basketball, and it's grabbed by Allegheny. They should blow it dead here, and they will, as it looked like Sarah Santacola sprained her right ankle.
Yeah, she's been in that same crouch position, Mark, for well, as long as she fell down.
And did a little pivot in there and against Kano. And then you're right, she's had her head down and her hand on her right ankle since that moment. Trainer's coming out to take a look at her now, and she does get to her feet. She's going to walk off from the baseline side and make a change and get Ava Kobus into the lineup.
Well, she's walking off on her own power, which is good. She's not getting a ton of help from the trainer. She is leaving the gym, though, and she'll have to get checked out, which is
so they may have try to taper up or see what they need to do, but Ava Kobus will take her place. Kobus will wear 22, averages 10 points a game.
Well, if you're going to have to come off the bench for a substitute, Ava Kobus is a very good player to have. Mark, like I said, 10 points per game. Best field goal shooter on the team.
Price will go right side to Coe. Coe's going to launch from outside. The shot no good, and that's going to be a shot clock violation as well. Maybe kind of lost in that mix, the shot clock, with the injury to their star.
Well, Santacola has just come back into the gym. She is limping heavily as she makes her pilgrimage back to the bench. We want to keep an eye on her throughout the game.
It's here at the very lower part of our screen, coming back in with the trainer. Titans will have the basketball, no score here, 8:37 to go in the first quarter. Kennedy Harrison, top of the key, goes to Brush on the wing. Back to KO around a screen. Harrison to the foul line. Feeds to Brush. Brush and Syka got into the starting lineup on Saturday after a couple of really good performances off the bench. Inside to Kano, and Grace going to be whistled for a travel.
And just picked up her pivot foot a little bit there, Mark, and that's going to lead to another Allegheny turnover. And it's things like these, when can you start fresh? How do you capitalize on the great defensive stance the Titans have had early on? Still no score in the first minute 50 of this ballgame.
Turnovers have been an issue, nearly 19 turnovers a game for Westminster. Ball goes into Kobus, back out front for Price, a jumper, top of the key, no good, another rebound for Syka. Maddie on the run with a long pass intended for Harrison, but it's picked off, intercepted by Antonacci. Antonacci on the left wing. Feeds it back out front for Kobus and into the corner. Stepping back into the jumper, Price, shot no good. Rebound saved underneath, kept alive for Allegheny. Another shot by Price, no good, and Syka with another rebound. Maddie on the run, 2-on-1 to Kalkamuji, off the glass and good, and the Westminster Titans lead 2-0.
Allegheny 0 for 5 from the field to start this game, Mark. Plenty of opportunities, but great defense by the Titans to make those 5 shots all uncomfortable.
Go with the ball on the wing. Get it back out front to Antonacci. Antonacci. And just shy of the logo to the right wing. Feed it out front for Kobus. Kobus puts it on the floor. Left side for a jumper. It is up and good for Coe. So Coe will get the jumper just inside the painted line on that three-point arc, and we're tied at 2.
Already matching her high the last time she played Westminster, Mark. Only 2 points back in December. She gets it to tie there.
And Kano will give Westminster the lead back as Grace hits the foul line jumper for 2 Westminster. And Antonacci in the paint as she drives across. Going to have a reach-in foul on the Titans. And Westminster will pick up their first team foul.
Game so far, but when you're playing the tight defense the Titans have been playing really the last few games, Mark, you're going to be liable to a couple of fouls here and there. Nothing to worry about too much, though. It's good defense. Oh, it's actually gone now against Allegheny.
That was an offensive foul. Boy, it took a while for everybody to kind of sort that out, but not a 2, but 2 for an offensive foul. Going to be called on Ashlyn Price, so the ball goes back over to Westminster.
So disregard everything I just said.
And now a little discussion with officials, because we may have had a couple of different thoughts as our officials get together. Jeff Irwin, Luke Chambers, Andrew Wild, our officials on this one. And what they'll do is reset the clock, reset the shot clock, and it is Westminster ball. It'll be Calcamugio across the timeline. Right side for Kano. Kano outside the arc. They give her plenty of room if she ever wants to try to pull one from there. The ball goes inside to Kano. Grace drop step, righty hook up and good. Grace Kano with a right hand hook. She has 4 in the game and the Titans lead 6-4.
Funny you talk about them giving her a lot of room, Mark. Still no three-point attempts for Kano in her entire career. That goes back to her high school days, but she is so comfortable in the paint. No matter the pressure they put on her there in that semicircle, she's still going to put that right hook up. She's still probably going to get the basket.
The 6-2 Titan lead. Ball poked away from Bickert and then goes back inside for Kobus. Kobus double team. Shots off the glass. No good. Rebound grab by Brush. Brush on the run across the timeline to Calcamugio. Stop, pop, 15-footer, too strong, no good. Kano with a rebound under the basket, then she's fouled from behind. It'll be Westminster ball.
Well, I just want to look at, I know we'll do this at the halftime as well, Mike, but look at the 3 keys, of one of them being rebound. Titans up 4-2 in that rebounding battle. We saw early, but right before Santa Cola went down, Allegheny really doing a good job of getting those second chance rebounds. Titans really whip back into shape, and that'll help, especially now with Katie Mario coming into the ball game.
Mario and Grexa checking in for Westminster. Brush to inbound to Calcamugio on the wing. Belt into the paint, feeds it outside. Saika open, 3 in the air, off the rim, no. Fight for the rebound, weak side, and it's out of bounds. And it's off of Grexa. So the ball will go back to Allegheny. Yeah, rebounding has been an issue, but the Titans did a nice job of rebounding Saturday. They did a nice job of taking away really good post players from Chatham for the good part of the game on Saturday as well. A couple things to keep an eye on to see if they can continue to do those things. Rush doubling down defensively has been a big key. Ball right side, Bickert open, gonna fire a 3. It's off the rim, no good. Rebound grabbed by Katie Grexa. One thing Grexa can do is what she's doing right now. Put it on the floor and get down the floor on the rebound. Feeds it back out to Brush. Left side for Saika. Saika with a baseline drive, bangs in. Left hand shot is up and good. Maddie Saika gets her first 2, and Westminster leads 8-2.
Yeah, she's one of the more athletic players on this Titan team, Mark. And when she's able to come downhill and just attack the basket, penetrate the paint, she's going to cause a lot of damage, and seldom does she miss those shots.
Back cut underneath. Will feed it in the corner for Kobus. Will Allegheny back inside for Antonacci. Short jumper off the glass, and good first 2 for Allegheny's leading scorer, Isabella Antonacci. Saika on the wing took a career-high 10 threes in the game against Chatham. Led the team in 15 points scoring that day. Lost the ball here on the ground. And that'll take us into the media timeout. It'll be Allegheny ball. We'll take the media break as well. First break in the action with Westminster leading Allegheny 8-4. We're back with more in a moment on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Sunset Lanes, offering bowling, food, and drinks, located at 1218 Idaho Street in Farrell, Pennsylvania. Sunset Lanes open every day until midnight, closed on Sundays. Call 724-981-9363 or visit online at bowlingoftheballs.rocks.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit reedactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
Back here, Mark Slazak along with Ben Kelly. 8-4, Westminster leads Allegheny with 4:51 to go here in this first quarter. Jacob Rhodes is down checking with the Allegheny trainer, and he might be able to get a word on Sarah Santacola, who was injured early with a twisted ankle. Sarah is actually standing behind the bench right now. Let's go down to Jake here and find out what's going on with Sarah. Does not yet, okay. He's still digging. What do you have, Jake? Find anything at all?
Yeah, talking, listening in the huddle there. Sarah Santacola good to go for this game now. She got checked out by the trainer, and she's going to come back to this game sooner rather than later.
Thank you very much, Jake. Top of the key, it's Calcamugio for Westminster after the Allegheny Titans got the time on the sideline for the held ball. Up front, Harrison is checked back in. Top of the key for Brush. 3 in the air is up off the rim, no good. The rebound pulled out there by Coe. Coe on the run. Hesitates top of the key and then feeds it off to Vasquez, who's in for the first time. Left wing for Coe. Inside for Kobus. Kobus opposite. On the floor to the lane. Price, her shot no good. May have been blocked in there by Grexa. Back out front for Bickert. Going to fire from 3. Shot no good. And Mario with a good box out. Titans on the run. Mario ahead to Calcamugio on the wing. Bella's going to stop. Thought about a 3. Instead, will set the offense from that wing. Feeds it inside to Grexa. Grexa feeds it back to Calcamucci. Threw it behind her. Caught it anyways. Tried to put the shot up, but it blocked underneath.
How about that pass from Katie Grexa there? Looks like a little bit of a lateral dish play there, Mark, and doesn't she doesn't have anything going back to her left side, so can't really win her bump in that position. She's going to dish it out to Calcamucci. I don't think Calcamucci was expecting that pass. Not really in position was Grexa to chuck that ball away.
Sarah Santacola's going to check back into the game. She's number 3 in the pack in rebounds, number 1 in blocks, so she's a force inside. So got that ankle wrapped, and she's back into the basketball game. Inbound pass knocked away by Vasquez, and she saves it as well. Into Santacola as Allegheny ball trailing by 4. Long pass to Vasquez to the basket. Shot with the right hand, no good, and the rebound banged out of bounds. Both Calcamucci and Grexa were there with a chance for the rebound, but they knocked it out of bounds.
That's you said you had it, I thought you had it, but just one of those miscommunications that, as well as Westminster has in rebounding, you can't afford to have compound on you.
Maddie Syka checks back in after a short break for Calcamucci. Baseline inbound. It'll be a lob to Santacola. Going to step back from the foul line. The jumper's off the rim. No good. Hit the shot clock up above. It's a dead ball. And Westminster will get it back.
Well, good to see Santacola back on the floor. We see her ankle is decently taped underneath her sock, and she's walking a bit, still gingerly, but she's walking with more comfort than she was a few minutes ago.
So Antonacci checks back in for the Allegheny lineup in the dark blue jerseys. Westminster in the white, working to the right. Grexa on the wing. To Kano, top of the key. Kano feeds it left side to Harrison. Harrison with a baseline drive. The runner with a right-hand shot, no good, but a whistle. And it's going to be a foul. It'll go against Karina Vasquez, her first foul.
Gators foul number 0.
Team foul number 3.
Still no fouls against Westminster, Mark, and if they can keep this game as clean as they've been able to in the past, then they're going to be on a nice track to get themselves into bonus early.
First foul shot by Harrison is no good. Get one more line right for Kennedy. KO puts it up off the back rim again, no good. Santacola with a rebound and Allegheny on the run. Coe to the foul line. Coe coast to coast. Scoop with a right-hand shot, no good. Rebound slap back out front. And run down by Antonacci. Antonacci lob underneath. Kobus with the catch. Gives it back to Santacola. Short jumper's no good. And Syka with the rebound. Across the timeline, Harrison. Harrison left wing. And nearly throw it away. Behind Syka. Makes the catch. Fires to Grexa. And she'll hit from the baseline. Oh, just like they drew it up, right?
Yeah, they're globe-trotting a bit down there, Mark. It's a really interesting play, but, it's one of those where you go, it works, let's not do that again.
And Grexa hits the jumper for the 10-4 Westminster lead. Top of the key, Kobus. Ball high above her head. Fires left side for Coe. On the wing. Shot clock down to 10. Right side, Kobus. She's going to pull from there. Shot is good. Ava Kobus pulls from distance. And it's a 10-6 Westminster lead.
It's a nice teardropper. Allegheny now 2 of 16 from the field so far, Mark. Westminster 5 of 9, far more efficient. That's because of that defense that's been playing. That's been so strong, so white on rice, been able to.
Kano tries to get deep in and has the shot blocked in there by Santacola. Allegheny on the run. Antonacci into the paint against Harrison, backing her down. Off balance shot is up and good. Well, that was a tough shot, but still knocked it down for Isabella Antonacci. 10-8, the Westminster lead, with 1:58 to go in the first. Grexa works against Kobus to the basket, off the glass with the right hand. It rattles out, no good. Fighting for the rebound, it goes to the ground. And they're going to get a call inside. It's going to go against Katie Grexa with a reach-in foul.
He almost got her own rebound there, Mark. She leads the team in rebound, just under 7 a game, and had 8 points against Allegheny, was 4 of 9 from the field when they met in December. Katie Grexa have been one of the better stories out of this Westminster season, coming in from Lake Erie College. Didn't get a whole lot of playing time there, was looking for more, came down to Westminster.
Leads the team in rebounding. The top shot blockers in the conference as well. Jenna Zelt's going to check in for Grexa. Picked up her first foul there, first Titan team foul. Off front, Kobus feeds it inside for Santacola. Opposite to Vasquez, she's going to fire from 3, and the shot no good. One-hand rebound by Jenna Zelch. Harrison across the timeline with 1:30 to go in the first. Right side for Syka, getting downhill into the paint. Throws it up off the glass with a right-hand shot, no good. Santacola certainly altered that shot. Vasquez right side. with a baseline drive. Looking back out front for Antonacci with 1:12 on the clock. Pass outside, goes awry, fight for the basketball. Grabbed by Harrison with a good hustle. Harrison feeds it ahead, right side for Syka. Syka into the corner, Calcamugio, triple in the air, got it! From the corner, Bella, Calcamugio for three. Good hustle by the Titans. Here comes Vasquez quickly to the basket. Shot blocked inside by Syka. That's a Titan takeaway. Ahead right side, it goes to Calcamugio with 50 seconds. Harrison left side. Harrison back to Bella on the wing. Calcamugio feeds it inside for Kano. The righty hook is up and good. Grace Kano with 6 in the first quarter. Westminster leads 15-8 with the clock at 37 seconds. Antonacci on the wing now between the circles. Shot clock at 18, game clock at 27. Antonacci feeds top of the key for Kobus. Santacola on the left wing. Takes a jumper, drives in, spins, shot with the left hand, no good. Rebound to the floor, grabbed by Calcamugio with 13 seconds. Ahead to Harrison with 10. Harrison top of the key with 9. They're going to run the last play, 7 seconds. Harrison pops the jumper, it's off the front rim, no good. Rebound slapped out to Syka, fires at the buzzer, it's off the front rim, no good. And that's going to end the first quarter. After one, it's Westminster 15, and it's Allegheny 8. We'll take a break. Back with more in a moment on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Sunset Lanes, offering bowling, food, and drinks, located at 1218 Idaho Street in Farrell, Pennsylvania. Sunset Lanes open every day until midnight, closed on Sundays. Call 724-981-9363 or visit online at bowlingoftheballs.rocks.
See Coach Scott agrees. Kano hook shot. Maddie Syka lefty layup. Westminster here on top after one by a score of 15-8. Mark Slazak along with you. Ben Kelly here as well. We go down to Jacob Rhodes in just a moment, who is peeking in with Coach Scott and the Westminster huddle. Let's go down to Jacob Rhodes. Jacob.
Coach Scott keeping it pretty simple in that timeout. Checking who Allegheny is heading out there for the second quarter. Said stay down on the head fakes and keep playing that stout defense. 8 points in the first quarter.
Thank you very much, Jacob. Westminster out rebounding Allegheny in that first quarter, 13-11. 4-3 the turnovers. Westminster 4, Allegheny 3. Westminster in that first quarter led by Grace Kano with 6-5 from Bella Calcamugio. And a bunch of players with 2 each for Allegheny through 1.
Well, Mark, sometimes you just get the wind at your back, and that's what it seemed like those last minute and a half there for Westminster. Some great stops, some great buckets, some globe trotting like we saw earlier as well. So when you get the ball going your way, it's a great thing to see.
And ties to Santacola to Vasquez out front. Back inside to Santacola. Feeds it out left side for Price, who's checked back in. And her 17-footer is up and good. Ashlyn Price gets her first 2. Goes inside to Kano, back outside for Bush. Around the horn for Syka. Back into Kano. Ball deflected on the pass and taken away by Antonacci. Antonacci on the run. Left side for Pickard. Pickard feeds it to Santacola with a left-handed shot. No good. Syka with a rebound. Ready, Syka. Coast to coast, then to Calcamugio, who lays it up and in. Bella Calcamugio now with 7 early points for Westminster. Titans leading 17-10. Price going to launch from 3 this time. It's off the glass and rim, no good. Another Syka rebound.
I love seeing what Westminster can do in the paint, Mark, especially on the offensive side of the court. We've seen so many great assists, so many great putbacks, nice hook shots, especially that layup there from Calcamugio just moments ago. It's great to see when the offense is really thriving down low in the paint.
And Syka with 7 early rebounds already. Right side for Syka with a baseline drive. Syka hard to the basket off the glass. Missed it with the right hand. Fights for her own rebound. And she's got another one. Put it back up. No good. And Santacola with a rebound. Allegheny basketball trailing by 7. At the top of the key is Antonacci. Antonacci going to hit the jumper from there. It's off the rim. No good. Another rebound for Syka.
Yeah, 17 now for Westminster to Allegheny's 11 on the contest early. second key of the game, and it's proved to be the most important and best performing one as well.
9 rebounds early for Maddie Syka. Here's Calcamugio from the foul line. Her jumper's off the back rim, no good. Rebound tapped around, loose, and grabbed by Santa Cola. Across the timeline, left side with the basketball is Price. Vasquez out front. Vasquez between the circles. Flips to Bickert, who works against Calcamugio. Bickert, couple of dribbles with the right hand to Antonacci on the wing. Antonacci goes off a screen left side. Ball slapped off her leg on the takeaway by Westminster. Long pass intended for Syka off her hands. Flips it back into Calcamugio. The Titans keep it alive. Here's Zelch. The jumper, it's up. It's off the rim. No. And the rebound again grabbed by Allegheny. I thought we were globetrotting again right there.
I was going to say that was another one just like they drew up just off the front of the rim almost.
Antonacci inside, shot blocked inside by the Titans, but picked up by Bickert. Bank shot up and in. First 2 for Jess Bickert.
How about that effort though for Maddie Syka? Ball just too far out of reach and makes a really nice effort to kind of dive out of bounds, find Calcamugio, keep the play and the scoring chance alive.
The ball to Kano on the wing. Kano going to pull from 17 and hit it. Grace Kano stays hot. 8 points for Grace. Westminster leads 19-12. Into the paint, Antonacci, foul line jumper blocked by Brush, but then they're going to call foul as well. Looked like Ange might have had a piece of it up high, but then kind of brought the arm onto the head of Antonacci, and it's going to be a couple of shots for Isabella Antonacci.
Well, they say you get the hand in the face when you're shooting, Mark, and that was taken early. Just a bit of contact up top, and that's all right. She seems to be just fine.
So 2 shots, line left for Antonacci. One of the best foul shooters at 80%.
Yeah, Marcia was 5 of 5 from the line against Bethany, just on Wednesday, or on Saturday rather.
It's that first one. Number 4 in the PAC. Her coach was a good foul shooter in her career as well. Second shot is good. Coach Muffley played for Teal.
Checking in for Allegheny, number 25.
2-time All-Pac and Coach Muffley. Actually shot 92% free throws, did Coach Muffley at Teal, which at the time, and I don't know if it still holds, but it was the Teal record and the D3 program record when she had it. Across the timeline. Here's Grexa up front for Kennedy Harrison. KO to the basket, high off the glass, shot no good. High for the rebound is Grexa, and as Grexa tried to feed it back out of the corner, she's fouled, and Westminster will keep it.
We saw Allegheny get into not foul trouble, but they were being a bit more physically active earlier on in the first quarter. They had 3 fouls early. That's just their first foul of the second quarter right there, and it levels them up at 1. Bit cleaner basketball being played, less physical, and that hasn't really dampened their ability on defense. Like they're still being able to force the Titans into making the shots that they have to make rather than the shots that they just want to throw up in the air.
Harrison between the circles with the basketball, comes around a screen from Grexa. Little pick and roll, ball ricochets off of Grexa though, and a Titan turnover. Westminster's now turned it over 6 times. They lead 19-14. 6:07 to go here in the first. Here's Coe wide open to the basket, lays it in. Now they lost track of Coe for a moment, and Ira Coe gets her second hoop. Titan lead is +3. Calcamugio to the wing, high post for Grexa. Grexa finds Mario on the wing. Mario to the foul line, step back, little jumper from there, off the glass and rim, no good. Rebound grab, and on the run is Price. And the ball then knocked out of bounds. Calcamugio hit it last. Bella Wilson, 25, is into the game now for Allegheny.
Good to see Ira Coe get that basket mark. She got her first of now 8 season starts against Westminster when they played back in December. She was held to just 2 points and 2 rebounds. She had 7 in the loss to Bethany, rather, back on Saturday.
Inbound out front for Bickert. Swinging around right side and jumper up and short for Bella Wilson, who just checked in. The rebound grab by Brush of Westminster. Across the timeline to Harrison on the right wing. Harrison going to stop, fire a 3 and hit it. KO with the big 3. And Westminster leads 22-16. 19 threes on the year now for Kennedy Harrison. Lob inside is knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Grexa.
That's great confidence from Kennedy Harrison there, Mark, at the top of the key. She's a sub 30% three-point shooter, 28% on the season, but she gets it top of the key, has enough time to shoot. You're always told you have time to breathe, you have time to shoot, takes it nothing but net. You love to see that confidence from the veteran leader in Kennedy Harrison.
Allegheny with a lob into Wilson, the sophomore. between the circles. Screen right, gives it to Bickert, open for three, it's up and good. Yeah, she's a good three shooter, 42 threes now for Bickert on the year, and 5 in this game, 22-19. Westminster with a basketball in the lead. Saika working to the basket, feeds it back to a wide open Grexa from the foul line. Her jumper is up and good. Katie Grexa, a couple of 15-footers in this one. Titans lead 24-19. Goes in to Kobus and back out front to Coe. And then to Bickert, top of the key. Bickert around a screen right, feeds it back inside for Kobus. Kobus double team. Back around to Coe, and she walked with the basketball. Titans are going to get it back on turnover number 5 for Allegheny. And that should take us to the media timeout. Media timeout of the action with the score Westminster 24 and Allegheny 19 gives us a chance to talk a little bit about Westminster.
That's right. Mark, Titans head to W&J on Saturday, and Westminster Titan Athletics is holding an alumni and friends gathering on Saturday, February 7th, between the women's and men's basketball games at Washington and Jefferson. The gathering will convene in the media room inside the Commons building on the campus of W&J between the games, and will include a variety of snacks, including build-your-own mini burgers, cupcakes, drinks, and campus-famous homemade potato chips and dip. Visit westminster.edu for full details to register and join us cheering on the Titans. I'm kind of upset I'm not going to that game. I could have made it, but no, not anymore. I promised to never go back to W&J for basketball after we got pulled over on the way down there a couple years ago.
Let's send it down to Jacob Rhodes. Jacob!
Yeah, I was the driver there for that W&J trip. I've gone back, but listening to Coach Muffley in the huddle there, she said to her players, we're getting good shots. The offense looks a lot better. Keep taking people off the dribble. Keep taking people off screens. You're getting good looks.
Thank you, Jacob. 19 rebounds for Westminster, 16 for Allegheny. 6 turnovers for Westminster, 5 for Allegheny. Allegheny led so far by Jess Bickert with 7. Westminster led by Grace Kano with 8. 7 from Bella Calcamugio.
An impressive 9 rebounds from Maddie Saika early, Mark, and
yes,
you can't rebound it up. It's kind of like make your free throws. You can't make enough free throws. You can't get enough rebounds. Especially when coming off the bench most of the season. Maddie Saika, that's great to see for her.
Saika fakes a 3 to the baseline, try to feed it inside to Kano, fight for the basketball. Grace will dive on it. We're going to have a tie-up. It'll be Westminster ball.
Jump ball. Possession will stay with the Titans.
8 career rebounds is the career high for Saika, so this 9 that she has already in a half is a career high.
Yeah, less than a half, Mark. She's had it since around the start of the second quarter, and she's just been everywhere up and down the floor in the paint.
On the left wing, rush top of the key to Mario. Mario feeds it back to Kano out front. Grace at the shot clock buzzer cannot get the shot off in time. And the Titans with a violation give the ball back over to Allegheny.
Well, Allegheny really crowding Katie Mario. They held Katie Mario to 0 points when they played at the start of the PAC season, Mark, and they're doing the same thing they did to her back in December. Just attack the ball, carry her, make sure they're not comfortable even a little bit.
Short jumper by Coe is up and good. 6 points in the game for Ira Coe. 24-21, the Westminster lead is 3. Here's Mario, has some space, fires a quick trigger 3 shot, no good, and Antonacci with the rebound. Allegheny basketball on the wing to Wilson. Wilson will feed it to Price, back to Wilson, left alone. 3's in the air, high arcers, no good. Coe fights for the rebound, it's pulled out of there though by Harrison of Westminster. Harrison works it to the left side to Brush. Brush to the foul line, now top of the key, fires a jumper, it's off the rim, no. And the rebound grab by Antonacci on the run. Antonacci to Coe right side. Coe working against Brush. Cut off there. Short jumper. Back rim no good. Brush with a rebound. And now come the Titans back the other way. Harrison hesitates on the wing left. Looking for help now. Feeds it inside for Kano. Kano working against Kobus. Spins back with her left. Off the glass and good. Grace Kano high off the glass with the lefty scoop, and it's 10 points for Grace.
Oh, we've been saying globetrotting a few times. That's got to be the best example of it all day. She's off balance on her left foot, parallel to the ground, so somehow throws it up and in.
Wilson in the corner feeds it back out front to Antonacci. Antonacci between the circles. Looks for the right hand dribble. Antonacci backing it down. Now shoots a short jumper over Mario. It's no good. Cycle with their 10th rebound. Titans leading 26-21, 2:03 to go here in this first half. On the wing, Harrison directing traffic. Harrison comes to the foul line. She'll fire the jumper, partially blocked there by Kobus. Ball out of bounds. And it'll be last touched by Wilson of Allegheny. Titan basketball.
Well, if the 10 rebounds for Westminster, or the 22 rebounds for Westminster weren't enough, Mark, they're going to bring in Katie Gregson now. Team leader in the boards, just averaging under 7 a game.
Baseline inbound in a box set for Westminster. The 5-point lead. Harrison looking and looking, and finally will lob out front for Mario, and is tapped away by Antonacci and out of bounds. Antonacci, number 1 in assists to turnovers, number 1 in assists, but plays good defense on that play as well to slap that one out of bounds. And now officials talking it over. Did one see it one way and one see it another? And it's going to stay with Westminster.
I was going to say, they have the option to challenge for that, Mark, at least the coaches do. Usually when coaches aren't too keen to do it, it means there's not always the most incriminating evidence.
Right. You lose the timeout, you only get the one try at it. Ball inside to Kano with the left hand off the glass and good. Beat the shot clock, 12 for Grace Kano. And she is owning the inside here in the first half. Here's Ko to the basket, shot no good. Good defense by Mario. Loose ball grab by Grexa. On the run across the timeline, Calcamugio, Titans with numbers. Bella stops at the foul line, feeds Harrison. Back inside to Kano. Here she goes again. This time with the left hand, too strong. And the rebound grab by Santacola.
Yeah, Santacola tripped over a fallen Kano, and she's been...
And back inside quickly to the basket. Antonacci with 2. And Westminster going to take a timeout.
Yeah, Santacola's been trotting since she fell over.
Today is Westminster Women in Sports Day. And a chance to look at some of those slides, so we'll check that out on Women in Sports Day here at Westminster.
Today,
Titan Radio, WCN.
February 4th is Women in Sports Day, and Titan Radio and WCN are celebrating the athletes who redefine what strength, leadership, and determination look like. Across the country, and right here at Westminster College, women are breaking barriers, setting records, and inspiring the next generation to dream bigger. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, their dedication reminds us that sports aren't just games. They're platforms for confidence, community, and change. Today, we honor the women who compete, coach, train, and support athletics at every level. And we recognize the teammates, mentors, and allies who help make sports more inclusive and empowering for everyone. So cheer a little louder, support a little stronger, and celebrate the women who make Titan athletics and the world of sports better every day. Proudly brought to you by WCN and Titan Radio.
Back to action. Congratulations to all the women playing sports, working sports, working cameras, everything, all of it. Back inside Westminster with the basketball. Working hard on the court with a 5-point lead. Calcamugio going to fire from 3. Shot in and out, no good. And a rebound on the run. Grabbed by Allegheny, trailing by 5. On front, Baker going to fire the 3. It's off the back rim, no good. Rebound out of bounds. It'll be Westminster basketball.
Got to give some attribution, Mark, as Emily Tallis, Seth Carroll, responsible for the photos there on that slideshow.
The Westminster Women in Sports wearing the blue t-shirts, sitting in the section of the gym as well. The far left section, opposite of us. Here's Harrison, high post for Zelch. To Calcamugio, top of the key with 16 seconds. To Zelch in the high post. Zelch back out to Bella with 12. Moves to her right, looks for help out front for Harrison. Gonna fire a long jumper, it's off the rim, no good. Rebound out of bounds. Allegheny ball with 4.8 to go in the half. Allegheny will inbound. Westminster leads 28-23. Titans gonna get Kano back into the game.
Titans have been consistent, Mark, keeping this 5 to 7 point lead, 4 to 7 point lead for most of the first half.
Antonacci 2-1, fires a 3, and it's wide right. That's going to end the first half. So the halftime score, Westminster 28 and Allegheny 23. And a good first half by the Titans. We'll take a break. Halftime coming your way next on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Riardo's Bar and Grill, offering homemade Italian dishes, game nights on Mondays, and trivia nights on Wednesdays. Located at 1223 East Washington Street in Newcastle. Riardo's Bar and Grill, opening at 4 p.m. every day and closed on Sundays. Visit riardos.com or call 724-698-7259.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Joe's in New Wilmington, offering pizza, stromboli and calzones, subs, wings, and salads. Pizza Joe's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 209 South Market Street in New Wilmington.
Let's get on this. Back here, checking out the ladies in the bleachers for the Westminster Women in Sports, putting on the blue T-shirts. And Jacob was going to try to get a word with Coach Scott, but not at this time. Did you get a chance to talk to her, Jake? Not at all. All right, so let's check out real quick, though, with Jacob anyways. Let's go down to Jacob Rose. Jacob.
Westminster keeping Allegheny well below their season average in the first half, points-wise, averaging about 70-23 in the first half. Westminster got to stay locked in defensively, and Maddie Syka, 10 rebounds in that first half. Big numbers for her.
Thank you very much, Jacob. Westminster with a lead of 28-23 at the half. Grace Kano with 12 points leads the way. Westminster early on rebounding-wise, holding a 25-21 rebound edge as well in this one. Westminster has turned the ball over 7 times the game to 5 for Allegheny. And here at the half, our regular halftime guest. It's the halftime show, or the David Richards show. We'll have to start to call it here at the half. Coach Richards joining us here in the booth now. You've got a big game coming up with the Allegheny men today. But first off, give me a little evaluation of what you've seen from the women so far.
I thought the women played a really good half right there. I thought they really shared the basketball, got some good shots, and really defended. I mean, holding Allegheny to 23 points is pretty good.
Last time they played, Allegheny won it against Westminster and scored 60-some points. So a much better performance here early on for the ladies. You didn't get a win the first time you played Allegheny. It seems like forever ago. It was the first packed game. Mm-hmm. And when you think about that, and back to that one, and we talked a little bit about that, you didn't feel like your team played all that well that day, but what was it like, having that first time going somewhere with a new team for you?
Yeah, it was a little something different for us. I think we learned a lot from that game. Like we talked about, I don't think we were really ready to play on a road for a pack game yet. So hopefully we have a little more energy to us tonight. But I think we learned a lot from that game.
Now I know Skevos Koros got a little bit banged up in the last game. Sure, shoot around didn't look like he was going to be available today. What's an update on Skevos?
Yeah, he has just a knee sprain, so we're going to hold him out today just to make sure he gets fully back healthy. He should be back tomorrow, but just being careful with it. We don't want him, injure that anymore.
With that being said, there's been games without Mick Hergenrother. There's been games without Trey DePietro and moments in games without others. The team has really kind of always been doing a nice job of next man up so far this year.
Yeah, I think it goes back to our practices. Our practices are really competitive. Guys compete throughout practice, so when their time comes in the game, they're ready to play. They've done a great job of being ready to play when someone goes down, and that goes credit to them to being, being ready, understanding scouting report, understanding game plan. So when it's their time to go, they're ready.
So no Skevos. Anybody else?
That's it. No, just no Skevos.
So everybody else ready to go today?
At least that's what I think.
That's right. It's good to know. Hopefully nobody has anything between the shoot around and the game today. Yeah. When you look at your team, you continue to do a great job of handling the basketball and being one of the leaders in the pack in assist to turnover ratio. It's one of those numbers that you can have that early in the season, but to sustain that throughout almost the entire season has got to feel really good.
Yeah, it's something we stress a lot, and I think what really helps us is having two senior experienced guards with Mick and DJ. Those guys do a great job of taking care of the basketball, getting us an offense, making sure we get a great shot every possession. So, having two senior guards that have a lot of experience is really key to, taking care of the basketball and running good offense.
On Saturday, you had a chance to knock out Chatham, team you coached for 7 years. You didn't want to make a big deal about it before the game. Now after the game, I know you want to just move on to the next one, but how did that feel? Because on that same day, you got your championship ring from the guys earlier that day. And how did that all feel when it was all said and done and you went home and you sat down? How did that feel?
Relieving. It felt relieving, yeah. I mean, we played a really good game. I thought we played a full 40 minutes offensively and defensively. Like one of the things we talked about before that game was how good offensively they were. With Deion Pinkett and Levinson Xavier, those two guys are 2 first-team all-league guys. And then what makes them dangerous is they have 3 or 4 other guys that can really stretch the floor and make shots. I thought we did a great job of not letting them to get hot and, making them take tough shots. So I thought our defense was really good that day, and then I thought we did a great job taking care of the basketball and finding open shots.
You mentioned Pinkett and Xavier, and they got their points, but the other guys that you were worried about, they really didn't. It was really an all-around defensive effort. You slowed down the frontliners, but you stopped the others.
Yeah, and a lot of those guys get a lot of their threes in transition. That was a huge emphasis for us, is making them grind half court, not giving them anything easy in transition. So I thought we did a great job transition, but I think what helped us a ton was running good offense. We got a lot of good shots up. We scored a lot, so they weren't able to get out in transition. So I think our offense helped our transition defense a lot.
Coaches talk a lot about 50-50 balls. You seem like you got all of them in the first half of that game.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll credit that to maybe Nick Ryan. I mean, he played a tremendous game. It's one of the things we've been talking to him about all year is using his motor for those 50-50 balls and get on the offensive glass. He was just tremendous that day.
Nick had a career-high 27 points in that. Just looking at some old numbers, Nick averaged like 26 and a half his senior year. And early on in the season, kind of just slowly making his way offensively up the charts. He's kind of made a splash a couple times on the rebound column. That's the first time we've seen an offensive explosion from Nick.
Yeah, and I think, probably the past few games before that, he was struggling to shoot a little bit. He was getting open looks. He just weren't going in for him. When we know he's a good shooter, so when he's open, we want him to take shots, and he did that day, and, he went 4 for 7.
We had a nice crowd here on Saturday, and how does that feel for you? You're from the area, still where you live. You're a Westminster grad. How did it feel like to have a packed house watching you against Chatham?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, the fans were awesome. The atmosphere was great. I think winning helps that a lot. When you win games, people want to come see a good team play. So we got to take care of our job and continue to play well and win games. And I think we'll have a pretty good atmosphere here.
How nice is it for you to have it be so close to home and have family here every game? Your dad's here every game. Watch it. How's that feel? When you're coaching and know dad's here too.
Yeah, I mean it's awesome to have family here. That's probably one of the best things about coming back here is having family at every game. I got a nice, easy 10-minute drive home instead of the 35-minute drive I had last year. So I love having my family here. They're very supportive. It's just great having them here.
No doubt. And we like having you here, too, Coach. It's been a great season so far. We wish you the best of luck in the matchup against Allegheny today. Need a little revenge from game 1 earlier, so we'll see what happens in that one. But good luck today. Right now, we're at the half of the women's game with the score right now. Westminster on top by a score of 26-23. We're back with more at the half here on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit reedactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Sorry. Back here, Westminster College. Mark Slazak along with Ben Kelly. Jacob Rhodes here as well. Jake will get a word from Coach Scott and let us know what she has talked about at the half in a moment. So we'll check in with him. But some of the numbers from the first half, Westminster led in scoring by Grace Kano with 12 points, 6 of 8 from the field for Grace. 7 points for Bella Calcamugio. She's got 2 twos and a 3 for her 7. Katie Grex a couple of baskets for 4. Kennedy Arison hit a 3 for 3. And Maddie Syka 2 points, but Maddie with 10, a career high 10 first half rebounds for Westminster.
Yeah, just looking over onto the Allegheny side, Mark. Jess Bickert leads with 7 points. Ira Coe and Isabella Antonacci have 6. Ashlyn Price and Ava Kobus with 2 as well. Rebounds have been led by Sarah Sanzacola. Despite leaving the game early in the first quarter from an ankle injury, Mark, she came right back and got 5 rebounds. Antonacci 2 for 2 from the free throw line as well. 2 steals and a block for her. She leads the team in steals and blocks. She's joined with Jess Bickert with 1 block as well, is Antonacci.
Westminster has led this one wire to wire. 17-25 of the first half, and we weren't tied at the 0 mark. So it's been a good first half for the Titans. 5 turnovers for Allegheny, 7 on the Westminster side. 25 rebounds to 21 Westminster over Allegheny. We've got some clips from the first half we can take a look at as we look at Westminster getting the 3 up top for Kennedy Arison. The foul line jumper for Katie Grexa. She had a couple of 15-footers in the first half. And how about Grace Kano? That was my favorite one. That little left scoop high off the glass for the 2. And there's another one inside for Kano, who led the Titans with the 12 points in the first half. National Women in Sports Day. You see a lot of the ladies that are here in attendance from other sports wearing the light blue t-shirts here today, as it's a celebration of all women in sports, including those in our broadcast department. We appreciate all the ladies that are on the courts, the coaches, everybody. And right now, Westminster's coach is Roseanne Scott. Jake had a chance to talk to her. Let's go down to Jacob Rose.
Absolutely, Mark. Talk to Coach Scott about how to keep the defense locked in this second half. She said keep the players guessing if the posts are going to be doubled or not. Stops in transition is the big thing. Allegheny had a lot of transition points in that first half. And secondly, I asked how to keep the offense up and kickstart it to get this lead even bigger. She said get those stops and push the ball in transition, be aggressive, and get to the free throw line.
All right, thank you very much, Jacob Rhodes. We'll take a break. Back with more here at the half. When we return, it's Westminster 26. It's Allegheny 23 on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Joe's in New Wilmington, offering pizza, stromboli and calzones, subs, wings, and salads. Pizza Joe's open 7 days a week, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. at 209 South Market Street in New Wilmington.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Sunset Lanes, offering bowling, food, and drinks, located at 1218 Idaho Street in Farrell, Pennsylvania. Sunset Lanes open every day until midnight, closed on Sundays. Call 724-981-9363 or visit online at bowlingoftheballs.rocks.
Back here, Westminster College, Mark Slazak along with Ben Kelly. Thank you very much to Coach Richards. Coach Richards' moment at the half of the ladies' game. The men will be matching up with Allegheny, the Allegheny Gators. The men at 7-12, Westminster 13-6. Westminster first in the North. And we'll have that game in game 2. And Westminster right now looking for some Hall of Fame nominees.
That's right, Mark. The Westminster College Department of Athletics is now accepting nominations for the 2026 Titan Sports Hall of Fame. Nominations can be submitted online or by mailing in a printed form with supporting documents. The deadline for consideration for the 2026 class is May 1st. Inductees will be honored at the ceremony on September 11th and recognized at a halftime following the Westminster football game the next day. Nominees must be Westminster graduates who have at least 8 years of alumni status, earn 2 varsity letters in the same sport, and be nominated by at least 2 people. Non-athletes must also meet the 2 nominated requirement. For more information, contact Kevin Fenstermacher at 724-946-6122.
Here's a look at our 2025 Titan Hall of Fame class as well, but chance to get in there. Nominations being accepted now. So if you know a Titan that's not in the Hall of Fame, you can check out the website and some of the Hall of Famers. The banner along the wall for women's basketball. Some of the stars and Hall of Famers in there as well. Let's go back down to Jacob Rhodes. He's got something for us. Jacob.
Thanks, Mark. Talked to Coach Muffley about the second half, some keys to get this lead back. She said more pressure on the perimeter, keep taking good shots, and crash the offensive glass like they did in the first half.
All right, thank you very much, Jacob Rhodes. Getting ready to start this second half. Westminster has led by as many as 7 here at the half right now, leading 26-23. Allegheny has not led in this game. Westminster led by Cana with 12, Calcamugio with 7, Bickert with 7, Antonacci and Coe both with 6. And Santa Cola 0 for 4 from the field. We bring that up because she has been a top scorer from there all year, averaging 11 points a game, as Sarah Santa Cola, the only player in Allegheny history to have 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds. Titans held her scoreless in the first half.
It's going to be key to keeping this lead, Mark, only at 3 points. Good news for the Titans, though, the second half, the third and fourth quarter, when they score their most points, just under 300 points on the season in the third quarter, keep that streak alive, and they're in for some smooth sailing heading into the fourth quarter.
So Westminster set to inbound. Titans have outscored opponents in the third quarter this year by 2. We'll keep an eye on that and see what happens. Here's Coe with the basketball for Allegheny, working the basket to our right. Bickert, Antonacci out there as well. Santa Cola and Price. Up in the left side is Antonacci. Short jumper is up and good, and Isabella Antonacci now with 8. And a 26-25 Westminster lead. Into the high post, and left side goes to Saika. Saika, Harrison, Brush, Kano, and Calcamugio for Westminster. Brush with a baseline drive, feeds it back to Saika. Saika to the foul line, feeds it back to Brush. Shot clock at 10, Brush to Calcamugio, catch and shoot, 3 in the air is up and good. Bella Calcamugio, now with 18 threes on the year, 2 in the game, and she's into double digits. Antonacci on the wing, back cut inside. Bickert left open and lays it in. Well, got the nice back cut for Jess Bickert, and she leads the team. She's scored 9. 29-27. Westminster on top. Calcamugio to Kano at the top of the key. Grace led Westminster in the first half with 12. Rush, foul line, back out to Saika, fakes a 3. On the runner with a right hand, up the rim, no. And Santa Cola with a rebound. And right side of the baseline for Coe. Coe's going to spin and shoot. Her shot's no good. Grabbed out of the air by Bella Calcamugio. Calcamugio ahead to Harrison and back to Brush. Brush feeds it back to Bella out front. Calcamugio feeds it high post for Kano. Kano looking for help, and then off to Saika on the wing. She's going to step back and fire a 3 and hit it. Maddie Saika will triple from up top. 5 in the game for Maddie. Her 19th 3 of the year. 32-27 Westminster. Santa Cola inside. Shot with the left hand is off the glass and good. She's finally on the board. That's her first 2. 32-29, Titans lead. Out front with the basketball. Brush hard to the basket with a right hand, too strong. Rebound grab by Price on the run. Price ahead to Coe. Coe attacks Saika, scoops with the right hand off the glass, no good. Another rebound for Calcamugio. Bella again pushes the pace to Saika. Saika feeds it to Kano, hesitates, bangs in. Shot blocked by Santa Cola and out of bounds.
It's good physicality from Santa Cola, but it's a great job by the Titans just to, again, moving the ball really, really well so far this quarter, Mark. Only 2.5 minutes in, but I like what I'm seeing. A team that, against a team in Allegheny that leads the PAC in assists, they're kind of beating them at their own game. You're getting the ball everywhere, up and down the floor, all east to west, north to south, and that's something that keeps Allegheny on their toes.
Baseline inbound for Grexa will go to Calcamugio on the wing left. Top of the key for Harrison. Titans up by 3. Go to Kano. And then to Grexa on the wing. Grexa trying to feed it on the little flip pass to Calcamugio and threw it past her. Take away for Allegheny. Go on the wing. Skip it left side for Kobus. Kobus going to fire a long jumper way short. Grexa might add a piece of that. Rebound grab by Harrison, then a reach-in foul going to go against Allegheny.
Well, just rewinding a few moments, Mark, that's the second time this ballgame we've seen Grexa make a fancy pass attempted for Calcamugio. Calcamugio connected with it the first time, but it caught her off guard. That one she was
first foul
not as hip to it.
Yeah, first foul on Coe. First team foul here in the third quarter on either side. 7 minutes to go on the third. Kano, top of the key. And to Grexa. Calcamugio next, back to Kano. Long jumpers off the front rim and off the side rim and no good. Rebound on the run for Kobus, sprints across the timeline. Kobus into the paint, ball deflected by Saika and out of bounds. 6:41 on our clock here, third quarter. And Brush checks in for Arison. And Katie Mario in for Saika. So baseline inbound. On the right of the lane, so they'll extend the box set out there as well. Inbound will be brought up front for Bella Wilson, who checked in. Goes down low for Kobus. Kobus goes opposite for Price. Price into the paint, triple teamed. And a Titan foul on the reach in. Going to Ange Brush.
That's her
Second foul on Ange. Inbound out front for Allegheny to Kobus, working against Kano. Kobus has the ball slapped away by Grexa on the Titan takeaway. Grexa, baseball pass to Mario in the corner, step back, three in the air, and it's off the rim, no. Weak side rebound, grabbed on the run for Price, ahead to Wilson. Wilson to the arc and skips it across the floor. In the wing, it's Pickert, closely guarded inside Santa Cola and then knocked away. Another Titan takeaway. Ahead to Calcamugio, try to get under the basket, and what do we got? Ball poked out of bounds. I guess you're going to say last off of Calcamugio. Didn't want to take that lefty layup that time with a bigger player on her, tried to scoop to the other side of the rim and lost the ball on the way.
Yeah, and nice job there with all ball contact to not force Calcamugio down, but force the ball out of play and again, continue that discomfort on the offensive side.
Zelch comes in for Kano in the Titan lineup. 3-point edge for Westminster with 5:49 to go here in the third. Left side on the wing. Santa Cola down deep. Goes for Bickert, and a shot blocked inside by Grexa as she'll block the shot by Kobus. On the run, Calcamugio to Mario and then to Brush out front. Back to Grexa on the wing. Grexa working hard to the basket, spins, shoots, and scores. Oh, the acrobatics inside of Katie Grexa.
Yeah, that's the Katie Grexa possession. It starts with her swatting one away in the paint, ends with her spinning and shining down low on the other side of the floor.
Wilson left alone. She'll fire a high arcing three. It's off the back rim, no good. Zelch fights for the rebound, but that battle won by Santa Cola. Allegheny basketball goes back inside for Kobus. Kobus spins with the right hand, a shot off the glass, no good. Grexa with a rebound. 34-29 Westminster. Rush out front to Calcamugio. Try to get it inside to Zelch, and the ball slapped away to take away for Bickert. Bickert with a baseball pass and tipped away by Mario into the cheerleaders. With that last sequence for Westminster, there's the block by Grexa. And it ends on the spinning basket by Katie. And that takes us into the timeout. The media timeout at 4:44. We'll take the break. Westminster on top of Allegheny, 34-29. Back with more in a moment on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit reedactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
It's the third quarter. It's time to look at some Dar Huey trivia. First era of Titan women's basketball was 1910 to 1926. The question is, when was their first undefeated season? 1926, 1922, 1910, 1911. When do you think, Ben, the Titans had their first undefeated season?
Trying to sneak a look at the banners here. I'm not getting any good hints. I don't think they started off that hot. I'm going to, at least that hot. I'm sure they started off hot. I'm going to say B, 1922.
All right, let's see what we have.
Oh, wow. They did start off that hot. All right, egg on my face.
You got buzzed as well.
That was a good buzz.
Thank you, Dar Huey, our historian, to give us another trivia question today as Allegheny will inbound with Westminster leading by 5. More Titan trivia from Dar Huey in the men's game as well. So if you didn't get the first one, you get a chance at home to get the second one. Here's a tie-up. And this one on the held ball is going to go to Westminster.
I'm 0 for 3 on the trivia. I should have asked Dar when I saw him the other day. I should have said, give me a softball question instead. Now 0 for
He would have
3.
given you one on the softball team, and that would have even been harder, so you would have been in more trouble.
Would have been confusing, too, for a basketball game.
34-29. Westminster on top, led by as many as 7. Leading by 5 here. Rush on the wing. Feeds it left side for Zelch, and back out front to Harrison. Harrison from Mario, catch and shoot 3 in the air. Oh, missed it, but got fouled. I wanted that to go in. I love the chances for the 4-point plays, but Katie Mario is going to shoot 3 times at the line to our left.
Yeah, rarely do you see a 4-point play opportunity, but instead Katie Mario gets to go to the line just to shoot 3, and she hasn't missed one all year, Mark. She's 11 for 11. She leads the Titans in terms of free throw made and attempt.
First one is up and good. So Mario made all of her foul shots, as Ben said, on the season, and give the Titans a 35-29 lead. Katie hits the second.
And that's her second point of the day, was that one fall. She's got more games played with 20 points than 0, Mark, at a 2-to-1 ratio. Only time she's been held points was against Allegheny back in December.
Hits all 3 of those foul shots. Still perfect on the year is Katie Mario. And the Titans with a 37-29 lead. Biggest lead of the game for Westminster. On front, Antonacci feeds it to Wilson. Down inside Santa Cola, back out to Kobus. Kobus puts it on the floor, trying to get downhill into a double team. Little fadeaway is up and good. Little right hand flip for Ava Kobus. Westminster leads 37-31. All left side for Harrison. Into Brush. Top of the key to Kano. Kano, couple of dribbles. Get it back to Harrison. Harrison looking to get downhill. Right side for Kano. Kano into the paint. Shot blocked inside. Grace holding her nose, but takeaway for Allegheny. There's Antonacci into the paint with a right hand shot up and good. Last year's newcomer of the year, averaging 18 a game this year. Isabella Antonacci now with 10. 8-point lead is quickly down to 4. 3:06 to go in the third. Harrison to the foul line. A couple of pivots from there. We'll give it off to Zelch on the wing. Zelch to Mario. Mario on the floor, back to Zelch. Baseline jumper up, in and out, no good. And the rebound grab by Santa Cola. And right side on the wing. Antonacci. Step back, thought about a 3. Harrison got there in time. Inside for Santa Cola. Santa Cola banging against Kano for Kobus. Baseline jumper is up and no good, way strong. And the rebound grab by Kano. Rush for Westminster. 2:24 to go in the third. Titans up by 4. Harrison to the foul line, down low baseline left for Jenna Zelch, and then to Mario. Mario blanketed by Antonacci. Over to Brush, 3 in the air, and it's off the rim, no good. Rebound, Kano fighting for it. And looked like Kano had it, and it's going to be a floor foul. And I think it'll go against Kobus of Allegheny, and it will.
Another good rebound for Westminster, Mark. They lead the rebound margin by 6 right now over Allegheny. And I'd say, looking back at those 3 keys, being physical in the post, rebounding, and pushing the tempo, all 3 have got to be big green check marks for Coach Scott and the Titans.
Yeah, thus far. That's why you have a 4-point lead as well right now. Third foul on Kobus. She'll check out. Price going to check back into the Allegheny lineup. Titans the inbound with the shot clock at 20. Box set. There's the Calcamugio. High post for Grexa. And out front for Zelch. Back to Saika, back to Zelch. Zelch under the basket, feeds it opposite for Rush. Rush to Calcamugio. Calcamugio dumps it, baseline, open, Zelch, jumper, no! And the rebound grabbed underneath by Coe. Titans moved the ball well, had a good look, couldn't knock it down. Ball inside, and then Zelch looked like she had a poke away, but the foul inside, gonna go against Westminster.
Yeah, Santa Cola earning her stripes tonight, Mark. That she had the rolled ankle earlier, in the first quarter. Hits the ground hard on that one.
Yeah, Zelch might have poked it away clean, but Grexa gets called for the foul, her second. And that's going to take us into a quick timeout. So with that, chance to talk a little Westminster.
That's right, WCN's must-watch show, Titantown Sports, has a new episode tomorrow and every other Thursday of the academic year. Catch all the action plus inside stories on sports from around Titantown, Westminster, the PAC, high school sports, and more. Join us each week as we break down the big games, talk to coaches and players, dig behind the scenes, and keep you connected to everything happening in sports in our area. So don't miss Titantown Sports on the Westminster College Network, WCN.
Catch the show Thursday and then throughout the weekend. What's in the hopper this week for Titantown Sports?
We've got really good for Women in Sports Day. We've got a whole segment on that, talking to every women's coach. We're talking to Annabelle Turner, swimmer and president of the Phi Mu sorority. We've got a lot of good things going on, and I don't want to give all the secrets away because you're going to have to watch tomorrow and check it out.
Let's go down to Jacob Rhodes, our sideline reporter. Jacob.
Thanks, Mark. Listening to the huddle, Coach Muffley says, what we're doing is working. Keep running those same plays, and if there's a defender close to you, get to the rim and draw contact.
Thank you very much. Rebounding-wise, 28 boards for Allegheny. Westminster still holds the edge with their 33. 12 Westminster turnovers compared to 8 for Allegheny. Scoring-wise, 10 points in the game for Antonacci leads the way. Bickert has 9. 10 each for Westminster. It should be 12 for Kano. Pella Calcamugio with 10. All right, the ball into Coe. Coe working out front, lost the dribble and feeds it out to Wilson. Wilson back with a right hand, knocked away from Santacola, and a loose ball grab by Grexa. And Grexa across the timeline. Grexa working left of the lane, fires the jumper, it's off the rim, no, and the rebound grab by Santacola. Basketball belonging to Allegheny. It's Coe, left alone just above the foul line and hits the jumper. And it's 8 in the game for Ira Coe. Titans lead is 2 with 54 seconds to go in the quarter. Saika on the wing, spins and gives it back to Zelch. Foul line jumper off the rim, no good, and the rebound going to be grabbed by Wilson. Wilson on the run. Feed it, top the key for Bickert, into the corner for Coe. Coe looking to drive, scoops with the right hand, high off the glass, off the front rim, no good. Grexa with a rebound. Titans basketball. 28 seconds to go. They could get the last shot of the quarter if they choose. Shot clock and game clock only about a half-second different. Out front, Zelch feeds it to Brush, inside for Grexa with 13. Grexa into the paint, the ball knocked away, but a late foul going to be called. Bickert didn't like it, but a call nonetheless. Team foul number 4. So Westminster with 10 seconds will inbound underneath the hoop. First foul on Bickert. Harrison going to check in for Grexa. Clock at 10 seconds. Saika checked in for Zelch. It was Kano for Zelch. Actually 10 seconds on the inbound. The ball goes to Saika. The lefty layup is up and in. So Westminster scores on the out of bounds play with 6. Here's Coe across the timeline with 5. Coe flips it behind her, and Bickert going to launch the 3 at the buzzer. It's off the glass of the rim, no good. And we have played 3 with a score. Westminster 39, Allegheny 35. We have the 4th when we come back on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Riardo's Bar and Grill, offering homemade Italian dishes, game nights on Mondays, and trivia nights on Wednesdays. Located at 1223 East Washington Street in Newcastle. Riardo's Bar and Grill, opening at 4 p.m. every day and closed on Sundays. Visit riardos.com or call 724-698-7259.
We're back here, Westminster College. Mark Slazak along with Ben Kelly. Jacob Rhodes here as well. We see some of the Allegheny highlights from the first 3 quarters. Where the Titans and Allegheny battle. Westminster up by 4 at the moment. There's a good shot of Antonacci getting to the hoop. Coe's had a good game. Knocks that one down, and that's where we are. As we head to the 4th quarter. Westminster with the lead of 4, and we'll send it down to Jacob Rhodes here as he gets into position to let us know what we've been hearing from Coach Scott. Jacob, go ahead.
Coach Scott, keeping it simple, says open the court up, set some back screens, get it to your post like Kano and Zelch, and dominate inside.
Fourth quarters for Westminster have not been their best throughout the year.
Yeah, Mark, in ratting up all the scores, they're down 338 to 291, but that is when they score their second most points. They score their most points in the third quarter, second most in the fourth, so you kind of got to find equilibrium here a little bit.
Yeah.
Word of the day.
Equilibrium. I got that one. Here's the ball out front for Antonacci. Antonacci, fire at right side for Kobus. Kobus and right side. Gets it back after the pass from Bicker under the basket. Wild shot off the glass, no good. Rebound grab by Kano. Westminster basketball with a 4-point lead, led by as many as 8 in that third quarter. On the high post for Zelch. And then for Syka. Syka trying to get downhill to the right side. A wild shot off the side of the bankboard, no good. And rebound grabbed by Allegheny on the run. All ahead to Ko. Ko to the basket. Fakes right, goes left. Her shot off the end of the basket. No good, and the rebound grab by Zelch. Westminster's done a nice job on the boards in this game. Syka out front. Dribbles left, stop, pops the long jumper off the rim, no good. Zelch with a rebound, kept it alive, back out to Arison. Allegheny came in number 3. 43 rebounds a game. For the PAC play, Titans lose it on the sideline, and the loose ball taken away by Allegheny. Quickly ahead to the right side. Here's Antonacci with Allegheny down by 4. Antonacci looking for a screen. Cut off by Arison. Antonacci, foul line extended. Her jumper's up and good. Isabella Antonacci now with 12. And she leads all scorers for Allegheny. And now for the first time, a little Allegheny full court pressure with the Titans up by 2.
Saw this once back in the first half, Mark, against Katie Mario. This is the first time we've seen it since, and it's...
And they're going to call an offensive foul on the sideline on Bella Calcamugio. She got trapped in front of the Allegheny bench.
That's great from Isabella Antonacci. She's got 5 inches of height on Bella Calcamugio, 5'7" to Calcamugio's 5'2". But still able to draw that foul, draw that charge, and shows the speed and the power of Calcamugio.
Allegheny with the inbound, a chance to tie. Take a lead out front. Antonacci moves to her left. They want the lead. Shots up. It's wide. No good. Rebound grab by Kano. Westminster basketball. Ahead to Arison right in front of Coach Scott. And the Titan bench corner. Syka gonna fire a quick trigger 3. Shot no good. And the rebound grabbed by Allegheny. And then fighting from behind to get it back was Katie Grexa on the steal. Good hustle by the Titans. Westminster with a 2-point lead. 7:38 to go.
Grexa's team leading 3rd steal of the day.
It was a 69-42 win for Allegheny, the first time these two teams matched up at Allegheny. Titans leading now. Calcamugio fakes a 3, takes a 2, banks it home. Oh, a little late night banking for Bella Calcamugio. 12 in the game for Bella. 41-37 Westminster lead. Shot inside Santa Cola can't hit it.
She's down again.
Yeah, she's still down, shaking her head. Calcamugio once more. 3 in the air is off the rim. No. Rebound to the floor. And Santa Cola was starting to walk towards the bench like she wanted to come out. Coach Muffley said, keep playing. You could have been open under the basket. And now what do we have? I think she's going to have to come out now. They stopped the game for her.
They might have called a timeout there.
The referees called a timeout because Santa Cola was looking injured, like she was going to come off the floor, and said they'll leave her out there. Substitutions will be made, and I guess we'll be back to action. Coach Scott asking now what's going on. Looks like whatever they told her, she's okay with. Santa Cola will stay out there. It's been a physical battle for Santa Cola in this one. Kano and Zelch have done a nice job against her. Antonacci to the baseline, fights it up against Brush and puts it up and in. Nice move, and a finish by Antonacci. Antonacci makes it 41-39. Westminster leading. Here's Mario, catch and shoot. Threes in the air, no good. Rebound banged around and grabbed by Antonacci. Antonacci to the top of the key, fires to Santacola. Back out front and around the horn. Foul line, Antonacci, fake, take, bucket. Antonacci has tied this game at 41 with all 6 points of the fourth quarter.
We haven't been tied since the tip-off, Mark, and great job with no quit from Allegheny.
Calcamugio to the foul line for Kano. Short jumper, back rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. Coming away with it is Allegheny with a chance to take their first lead of the game. Cross it left side. Kobus spins against Kano. Shot with the left is up and good. And Allegheny has their first lead of the game, and Westminster's going to take a timeout. Timeout of the action with 5:53 to go. And Allegheny with their first lead at 43-41.
What a show we've seen here tonight, Mark. And another show you can attend is the Westminster Planetarium. They invite you to explore the wonders of the universe this spring with amazing full dome planetarium shows from the Earth to the universe at 6 p.m. on the 18th of February and 27th as well. This program traces humanity's long quest to understand the night sky, from ancient myths to early Greek astronomers to modern telescopes and space exploration. The season concludes with Seeing a Photon's Journey at 6 p.m. on Wednesday, March 18th and Friday, March 27th. Funded by a grant from Z's and narrated by astronomer Neil deGrasse Tyson, follows a single photon from a distant star to the human eye. All shows take place in room 116 of the Hoyt Science Center on the Westminster College campus. Administration is free, but registrations are required. So to register or learn more, visit westminster.edu/planetarium.
5:53 to go on this one. Allegheny with their first lead of the game coming at the 5:53 mark. Let's go down to the floor and talk to Jacob Rose. Jacob.
Thank you, Mark. Coach Muffley said, keep up the aggression, match and run and jump on defense. Going to tune up the pressure as Allegheny here.
Thank you very much, Jacob. Westminster still holding the rebound edge, 40-35. Westminster has turned it over 14 times to Allegheny's 10.
And just fourth quarter shooting, Mark. Allegheny 4 of 8, Westminster 1 of 7. Gators, like I said earlier, no quit. They're taking advantage of everything they can get. More shots put up, more shots made.
It's been a 8-0 quarter. All the points in the quarter on the Allegheny side. Westminster 8-2 quarter, I should say. It's just one basket here in the fourth. Kano out front. Feed it to Rush and then to Calcamugio with 5:37 to go. Westminster played a very strong 3 quarters against Chatham and kind of stumbled in the fourth when the Stars got hot for Chatham. Same thing for Antonacci happening right now. Titans need a basket. Ball goes down low to Kano with the left hand off the glass and good. And you go to your star, you go to Kano. And Grace now with 14 in the game.
The players have got to be your players, and that's what Grace Kano was there for, Mark. These situations when the going gets tough.
Tied at 43. Pickard inside. Goes to Kobus. Outside for Wilson. 3 in the air is an air ball. Can Bickert save it? She cannot. She's out of bounds. Santacola went out during that timeout. The coaches talked to her for a while, and now she's ready to check back in. A variety of bumps and bruises in this one from a sprained ankle. A couple of times whacked in the head.
Hope they've got ice baths over in Meadville.
Full court pressure by Allegheny. Can the Titans break it effectively? Ball ahead to Kano. Kano cross opposite to Mario and across the timeline. Titans do a nice job against the press. Right side it goes to Syka, a tie game at 43. Moves left, shoots a 3. Got it! Maddie Syka with a big triple. Her first of the game, or actually second of the game, 19th of the year. And Westminster leads 46-43.
Gets Maddie Syka to the double-double on the day. 10 points, 10 rebounds for the sophomore.
Looking right side on the dribble, Antonacci. She's had a big fourth quarter on the foul line. Cut off there. Westminster leads by 3. Antonacci moves to her right, steps through a double team, throws it off the glass, it rattles out. Santacola with a rebound. Back out front. Feeds it to Bickert. Bickert drives. Line drive shot. No good. Calcamugio with a Titan rebound. Bella looking to run across the timeline. Now slows it up. Right in front of Coach Scott. 4:05 to go. High post, it goes to Brush. Brush out front for Syka. Syka comes around a screen. Looking for help to Brush on the wing. Brush into the paint, throws it up with the right hand. It's off the back rim, no good. A rebound grab by Antonacci. Here comes Allegheny. Long pass ahead to Coe. Under the basket, righty layup up and good. So Antonacci gets the assist and the finish for Ira Coe.
That's a nice hometown roll for the visiting team. Mark cuts the lead down to 1, huge from Coe.
Things break the press with a pass ahead to Mario. Mario to Syka. Syka to the basket, lefty layup, no good. 1 point Westminster lead, Allegheny ball, 3:25 to go. Left side, Wilson. Cross it to Bickert, wing right. And a timeout going to be taken by Coach Muffley and Allegheny. Allegheny will take the timeout, just a 30-second timeout. So chance for us to talk a little Westminster.
Well, you got the songs, Mark, like How Sweet It Is, Country Road, Shower the People, Anticipation, You're So Vain, and a whole lot more. These are just a few of the fantastic songs from 3 American troubadours, a production that celebrates the lives and careers of 6-time Grammy winner James Taylor, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Carly Simon with 13 top 40 hits, and Carole King, who wrote or co-wrote 118 Billboard Hot 100 pop songs, 3 iconic American singer-songwriters whose personal lives and careers have intertwined throughout the years, and whose memorable hit songs continue to offer ageless inspiration. Each song carries you through their storied careers, and you can enjoy them all on March 28th in Orr Auditorium as a part of the Westminster Celebrity Series. Get more info today by visiting westminster.edu.
46-45, the edge for Westminster. Titans will be on defense with the Allegheny inbound. Right in front of Coach Muffley in the bench. Allegheny Gators 9-10, 6-4, tied for first in the PAC North with Grove City. Westminster a third place spot in the North. Grove City right now leading over Geneva 73-50. Up front is Bickert with a basketball. On an Antonacci, she got tripped up by her own player, Santa Cola. Bickert to the foul line. Bickert gets back behind Wilson. Shot clock's at 5 and the ball taken away by the Titans. Syka with a loose ball. Ball ahead to Calcamugio. And then to Harrison across the timeline with 2:55 to go. Harrison comes around a high screen. Feeds it to Syka. Top of the key, 3 in the air. Back rim, no good. Long rebound. It is grabbed by Wilson. Wilson on the run. Ahead to Coe. Coe to Santa Cola. Put it up, and it goes in and out. And she's over the back of Kano on the rebound. And Westminster will get the basketball back. Santa Cola waving her arm at the official, dismissing him twice, and now we'll get a technical foul. She didn't dismiss him once, she dismissed him twice, and maybe even a third time, and she'll pick up the technical foul.
Eventually, Mark, the frustration can just take over. You've been banged up. You've been fouled a lot. If you're Sarah Santa Cola, this has not been an enjoyable night per se. Injured early on in this game, and then you get a call that could go either way. Goes to the Titans. It's understandable.
So we'll walk here to the near end. There'll be foul shots for Westminster. And Maddie Syka will take the foul shots.
Westminster will shoot 2 shots.
So 2 shots line left for Maddie Syka. First one is up and good.
Syka is a 70% shooter from the field. Titans.
Yeah, and the second one no good.
Titans are 10th in the PAC. Has team free throw shooting mark just under 62%.
One of the bottom teams in the PAC from the foul line, but get 1 of 2 there. Grexa will check back in for Westminster for Syka. And now discussion here. Official wanted to make sure that Maddie Syka wasn't, that Grexa wasn't already in the game and then just pulled out before the foul shots, because the second has to come off the clock. But she tried to check in, and then Coach Scott pulled her back and let Maddie shoot the foul shots. Westminster basketball, 2-point lead. Out front, Harrison. 2:27 to go. KO from right of the foul line, in and out, no good. Long rebound, Harrison got it, actually Calcamugio got it back. Under the basket, flips to Grexa, and then back out front. Shot clock will reset up to 20. Calcamugio on the wing, fakes a 3, feeds it inside to Kano, poked away, Kano got it back, now turns, now fires, and it's wide right, no good. Now a rebound grabbed by Coe of Allegheny. Allegheny down 2 minutes to go. Bicker working out front. He's a right side for Antonacci, inside for Kobus, spins to her right, throws it high off the glass, shot no good. Brush with a rebound for Westminster. 1:47 to go. Brush across the timeline. Brush working the dribble and flips it to Grexa. It'll weave out front for the Titans. It goes to Calcamugio on the wing. Back out front for Grexa. Grexa working left of the lane. Grexa gets to the block left. Still dribbling. Fires it back out for Brush with the shot clock at 5. Brush around his screen. Step back to Grexa. Forces a jumper at the buzzer. Back rim no good. The buzzer of the shot clock. 1:15 to go. Allegheny with a 2-point edge. Left side for Kobus. Kobus inside for Santa Cola, spins with her left, off the glass and good, and we are tied at 47.
Well, Sarah Santa Cola averaging a double-double this season, not just her 4th point of the evening. She's got 11 rebounds.
Full court pressure. Rush across the timeline, and with that, Westminster going to take a timeout as Ann's Brush crosses the line with 52 seconds. With that, we'll take a timeout as well. 47-47, we're back with more in a moment on your home of the Titans, WCN. Check out that Titan Town sports commercial, or not commercial, but
we're
promo.
commercial free,
Promo.
Mark.
That was
Yeah.
promo I meant to say. The promo as we get back to basketball action in a 47-47 tie. Coach Scott uses the timeout for Westminster with 52 seconds to go. We're tied at 47. Westminster has 1 timeout left, 2 timeouts left on the Allegheny side.
If Westminster drains this shot clock, Mark, there's only going to be really 1 full possession left. There's a 30-second disparity from the shot clock to the game clock.
The ball goes in the high post for Grexa. And then to Arison. Arison feeds it back to Grexa on the wing left. Katie trying to get downhill. Ball slapped out of bounds. It'll be Westminster ball. Knocked out of bounds. Good defense by Kobus. Shot clock at 10 for the Titans. 40 seconds on the clock. Calcamugio to inbound underneath the basket. And looking. Still looking. Lobs out front for Kano. Grace feeds it to Arison. 7 on the shot clock. Arison give and go. Kano downhill to the basket and blocked again inside. Slapped out of bounds by Santa Cola. Now the Titans with just 3 seconds on the shot clock. They need something quick here.
You've got plays for this, Mark. It's buzzer beater plays. You're able to get yourself set up for this. There's no one to inbound now. You get someone. Katie Grexa will inbound.
And now they'll switch. Arison will trigger in a 1-4 low set with 33 seconds. Arison looking into Grexa. Grexa going to have to turn and heave, and it's off the glass, no good. Rebound grab by Kobus. 29 seconds to go. Allegheny could shoot the last one if they wanted. Antonacci going to go cross to Co. Baseline drive cut off. Back out to Kobus, and out front to Antonacci. Tied at 47 with 17 seconds. Top of the key for Bickert. Bickert, left side for Kobus with 13. Ball down low. Back to Kobus. Kobus in the paint, dumps it for Co. Co got away with a walk, puts up the jumper, back rim no good. Long rebound, and it is out of bounds. Westminster ball with 1.4 to go.
Like I just said, Mark, you have plays for this moment. Be it 3 seconds, a second and a half. You have the option. You can call a timeout, can they not? Yeah.
Yeah, if you call the timeout, you get the ball in the front court. So Coach Scott will take the timeout. That'll move the ball up the floor.
Like I was saying, you
with
you
1.4.
And no doubt they're drawing up that play right now. What do? You've got minimal time left. You can inbound it right into the glass and try and put something up on a prayer and get this game out with a buzzer beater.
30-second timeout taken, so we'll just keep it here. You have a chance, too, if you run a good sideline offensive play, to have a chance to catch and gather and shoot. It's not something that you have to tap. It's not something that has to be just basically thrown. If you get something face up on a play that you've drawn up that you like, it could be a catch and shoot opportunity here for Westminster to get something off quick.
And interesting, Mark, doesn't look like Katie Mario's in this play. Best shooter in the PAC on the bench with a 1.5 seconds to go.
You just need a basket. You don't have to have a three here. That may be the thinking. It'll be a sideline inbound for Brush for Westminster. And we'll see where they go with it with 1.4 to go. Kobus, the 6-footer, is in front of Brush defensively. Here we go. Brush looking baseline and still looking, and she'll lob opposite for Grexa, and Grexa can't make the catch. Ball into the corner, and we have overtime. We are going to overtime with Westminster and Allegheny tied at 47 apiece. Westminster led 15-8 after one, 28-23 at the half, 39-35 after three, and we are tied at 47. And overtime comes your way next. Back with more in a moment. Overtime coming your way on the home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Dev's Books Market. Dev's Books Market, located at 3384 Perry Highway in Newcastle, offering gas, grocery, fresh deli favorites, propane refills, diesel, and so much more waiting for you. Open weekdays from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturdays from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sundays from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Dev's Books Market, your one-stop shop in Newcastle, from books to bites to beyond.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Back here, you can see Sarah Santacola right there with a little spin with the left hand. That tied the game at 47. And that's where we stand right now as we enter the 5-minute overtime period. 47 all. Westminster and Allegheny. Westminster has to be happy with the defensive performance. They usually give up 66 points a game. They held a very good Allegheny team to just 47. Had the last shot there. Throw the little lob to Katie Grexa. It looked like Katie may have tried to tap it. There was a lot of defensive players there. Might have had time to grab it and maybe gather, but certainly nothing quick. And the ball just overshot her, and it's out of bounds. So we end up at overtime, and we'll jump ball, and we'll go to the same hoops that they were going in the second half. So we will rearrange. And they were facing the wrong direction at the first moment, and now Katie Grexa is set to jump. Again, Sarah Santacola. It's controlled by Allegheny, and here we go. Overtime. Kobus top of the key. Down low for Santacola. Back out to Kobus. Working to her left to the baseline. Back to a foul line jumper for Santacola. Off the rim, no good. And the rebound for Syka. Continues to add to her career high in rebounds. Handoff goes to Syka, top of the key. Near side for Brush, back to Maddie Syka. Maddie Syka going downhill. Off the glass and good with the right hand.
Need that. That's a huge one to get. Open overtime, take the lead early.
14 for Maddie Syka, tightens up 2. There's Co with the foul line. Right side baseline for Kobus. Back to Santacola and top of the key for Antonacci. Antonacci working against Kennedy Harrison. Bickert comes around to screen. Jumper from the foul line off the rim. No good. Rebound grab by Kano. And Westminster has the basketball back with a 2-point lead in overtime. Working out front with a left-hand dribble. Harrison to Brush and then to Kano. Kano, right side for Grexa. Grexa going to pull from 15. It's off the back rim. No good. And the rebound, Santacola. Antonacci ahead to Co. Left side to the baseline. Lobbed in underneath. Kobus left alone. Block from behind by Kano. Came out of nowhere to get the block. And Westminster gets it back. 49-47. Westminster leads 3:25 to go. We are in overtime. Syka to Kano at the high post. Back to Syka on the wing. Moves to her left, picks up the dribble, ball slapped away by Bickert, so Syka can dribble again, gets downhill to the basket, blocked inside by Santacola, and the rebound grab by Allegheny. Pass ahead, left side for Kobus, underneath for Co. Little fadeaway jumper, rim, and no. Santa Cola with a rebound. Allegheny gets it back. 2:56 to go. Westminster leads by 2. Bickert, Antonacci, 3 in the air, no good. Rebound underneath, though, grabbed by Co. Allegheny keeps it alive.
It's a very important rebound, Mark, just to keep it alive. What a great possession for Allegheny.
Go to the basket, blocked by Syka. Rebound grabbed by the Titans. Ahead to Syka on the left side with Westminster up by 2. To Brush, top of the key, and then around to Arison. Arison comes around to Kano's screen. Arison on the foul line to Syka left. Syka lobbing inside and threw it too high, threw it off the rim.
I think it might have got tipped on the way to the bucket there, Mark.
And then hit the rim and ricocheted out of bounds. Allegheny's had a tough night from the three-point arc.
Yeah, they're 1 of 12, Mark, 8.3%. And it's things like that when you look at Westminster really hasn't fouled a lot. There's only been 1 trip to the line, and it was Antonacci that went 2 for 2. But they're the best 3-shooting team in the PAC. They're 8.3% today. When you go to overtime, you think, oh, we just get 1 more to fall. We're not in this precarious situation.
Antonacci let it fly on that last possession to try to take the lead. It didn't go. Westminster to inbound, 2:22 to go. Only to Calcamugio. She'll dribble top of the key. Calcamugio working to her left, gets into the paint, feeds it to Zelch on the baseline. The jumper's off the back rim, no good. Fight for the rebound, and it's going to be a foul on Grace Kano. Team fouls continue from the 4th quarter into overtime, but neither team was in any kind of foul trouble. Both teams get a timeout in overtime as well added to the total, so Westminster does have 1.
It's also only Kano's first foul of the game as well. No one really in foul trouble on either side.
Team fouls are at 2, and Allegheny get it into the front court and take a timeout. Allegheny takes a 30-second timeout, so it's a chance to talk Westminster.
Westminster alumni are invited to celebrate a hockey night in Pittsburgh during a special alumni event at the Pittsburgh Penguins game on Thursday, February 26th, hosted by Mariah Toriano, class of 2017, and the Pittsburgh Regional Alumni Committee. Details and registration information can be found on the alumni page at westminster.edu. Penguins come off a tough couple of losses the last couple of nights.
Getting close to the end of the regular season, right?
They're like, it's a condensed season.
They get a little
they
break,
got the
though,
Olympics.
that's right.
Yeah, so it's a condensed season. So they're really in like end of February stage of games. So they're tired. Some of them are going to go get a good break. Not Sidney Crosby, not Arthur Schlevo.
So when you say that tired because they had to play more games in that front part
more
of the
than
schedule.
Usual, yeah. And then they'll play more in the backup. It'll only be about 25, 30 games when they come back.
All right, right here. It's the Allegheny hitters at 9-10, 6-4 in the PAC. Westminster at 7-12, 4-6 in the PAC, in an overtime battle. Tied at 47 at the end of regulation, and now in overtime. Westminster with a lead of 49-47. We'll go down to Jacob in a moment. On front, top of the key. And down low for Santa Cola. Santa Cola goes baseline right back inside of Santa Cola, turns and shoots with the left hand. It goes up and in.
First bucket of overtime for Allegheny, and one had to fall, Mark. You only had the lid over the basket for so long until eventually one does fall. Now we're back tied 49 apiece.
Ball goes into Harrison and ahead to Calcamugio, right side for Mario. Mario back top of the key to Calcamugio. Between the circles, left side for Mario, and then to Kano, top of the key. Kano looking, wanted to run a play for Mario, but well defended by Vicker. Right side, Calcamugio fakes a 3 back inside to Kano. Shot clock at 4, steps through, and the shot blocked again out of the hands of Kano, and the ball back to Allegheny. Tied at 49. Here's Bickert getting left. Bickert off balance, shot glass and good. Jess Bickert gives Allegheny the overtime lead.
Only the second time they've led all night, Mark, and that's a great time to do it, is right now in this last minute of overtime, get that lead. Now you don't have to play defensive. We got to get the ball back. You just got to play a preventative defense that is uncomfortable for Westminster.
A timeout in the action, just a 30-second timeout. And then we'll get a word from Jacob Rhodes down on the sideline in a moment, but Bickert and Santa Cola with baskets here in overtime. Westminster's only basket to Syka layup. And Westminster trails now by 2. As Ben just mentioned, only the second time Westminster has trailed in the game. Let's send it down to Jacob Rhodes. Jacob.
Thanks, Mark. Talking and listening to Coach Scott there, she says she wants to get the ball down low. Meanwhile, Allegheny says they want to take away the inbounder and apply that pressure still.
It'll be full court pressure then. We'll look for Allegheny here off the inbound and make it hard for Westminster to get the ball up the floor. They do have both Calcamugio and Arison as ball handlers out there on the floor right now. Kano, Saika, and Grexa as well. Ball will go into Calcamugio, who gets doubled right away, but gets fouled in the backcourt. That's just team foul number 3, though. So Westminster will have to trigger again. Second foul on Bickert.
Does reset the shot clock back to 30.
Ball goes into Kano. Kano goes to Arison, and it's taken away. Ball down low. Coe lays it up and in. A steal on the inbound. And a 4-point lead for Allegheny, their largest of the night. 50 seconds to go. Ball on front for Calcamugio. Calcamugio working the logo. Feeds it left side for Arison. Arison comes around a screen. Out front for Saika. Saika puts it on the floor to the basket, blocked inside by Santa Cola. Allegheny with a basketball, 30 seconds to go. And Santa Cola going to be fouled in the backcourt. Team foul number 4 for the Titans, stopping the clock at 28 seconds.
Well, that's all Santa Cola right now, and if Allegheny is able to hold on, what a series of events to give them that lead overall, Mark. Santa Cola steal, puts it back up to extend the lead, swats the ball away, keeping it a 2-possession game with under 30 seconds to go.
Number 1 in the PAC in blocks and 4 blocks tonight, and another quick foul on the Titans. It's going to go on Grexa. Third foul on Katie Grexa. 4th team foul, so the next one will put Allegheny in the bonus. And the ball goes quickly into Bickert, and Bickert gets fouled by Calcamugio, and she will shoot foul shots with 28 seconds to go. Titans down 4, so hoping for a miss or 2 here.
Well, this is only the second time Allegheny's gotten to go to the line today, Mark. The first time was by Isabel Anthonacci. She was 2 for 2, but
that was way back in the second quarter.
Yeah, it's been a while. And in truth, neither team has really had a bunch of free throw opportunities, so kind of cold, these players.
Bickert's only been to the foul line 7 times all year. First one, no good. 5 of 7 on the season. Now 5 of 8. Still a 4-point differential. Katie Mario checked back in for Westminster. Titans are out of timeouts, though. 2 for Allegheny. Second shot, line right. Bickert hits it.
Still 2 possessions. You go down, get a 3 or 2, force a stop.
54-49. There's Mario, really long 3. It's off the rim, no good. Coe with a rebound for Allegheny with 16. In the backcourt, ball ahead to Bickert. Bickert fires it up to Santa Cola. And Westminster will finally get a foul on Santa Cola with 5 seconds. So the shove will put Santa Cola on the lane, but Allegheny on their way to sneaking out of here with an overtime win. They led once in regulation, and then late here at overtime. The only 2 times they've led in the game. Santa Cola's foul shot is up and good.
And just barely are they going to be able to stay tied in the PAC North #1 spot. Grove City takes down Geneva 94-66.
One more line right is no good. So splitting the pair is Sarah Santa Cola. Bella Calcamugio fires a 3 at the buzzer. That's going to count. And that'll make our final score in overtime. Allegheny 55 and Westminster 52. Take a break. We'll try to get a word from Coach Scott post-game. Final score in overtime, Allegheny 55, Westminster 52 on your home of the Titans, WCN.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Ed & Jerry's Auto Service, 275 North Market Street in New Wilmington, offering auto repair, maintenance, and towing services since 1964. Ed & Jerry's Auto Service open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Riardo's Bar and Grill, offering homemade Italian dishes, game nights on Mondays, and trivia nights on Wednesdays. Located at 1223 East Washington Street in Newcastle. Riardo's Bar and Grill, opening at 4 p.m. every day and closed on Sundays. Visit riardos.com or call 724-698-7259.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Sunset Lanes, offering bowling, food, and drinks, located at 1218 Idaho Street in Farrell, Pennsylvania. Sunset Lanes open every day until midnight, closed on Sundays. Call 724-981-9363 or visit online at bowlingoftheballs.rocks.
This broadcast is brought to you in part by Reed Activewear, offering men's and women's activewear and custom embroidery. Located at 1610 West Jackson Street in Painesville, Ohio. Reed Activewear, open Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, closed on weekends. Visit reedactivewear.biz or call 440-352-7433.
Let's set it down courtside. Jacob Rhodes has Coach Roseanne Scott. Jacob.
Coach Scott, tough loss to a very good Allegheny team. How do you keep your girls' heads up after a tough game like this?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that last one.
Tough game against Allegheny, tough loss. How do you keep your girls' heads up after a game like this?
I mean, last time we played them, I think we lost by 30 or 25. So, I mean, like, we're playing better. You know, we did a good job defensively, but we just couldn't score when we needed to. At the half court, they did a good job defensively against us, and, you know, Guard and Saginaw did a good job against our post players, kind of, you know, making them double think what they had down there. But, you know, like I said, this was a great game. Like I said, last time we played them, we lost by like 25. So definitely there.
Absolutely. And a player like Maddie Syka leading your team in rebounding and assists, what does she mean to this program and keeping the games, like you said, down 30, now losing by 3?
Yeah, I mean, like, she does everything. She rebounds. She looks for the open person. She's really fast and athletic out there, so that helps us guard-wise to push more in transition. And everybody's been doing a good job of trying to find each other and playing team offense.
And lastly, the playoffs in 20 days, currently slated in the PAC playoffs. How do you build momentum going into the PAC playoffs potentially?
Well, I think just from our past 2 games. I mean, Allegheny's won in the number 1 in our division, and we went to overtime with them. You know, Chatham is what? 2nd or 3rd over there, and we were, you know, right there with them. So we're playing really well against really good teams. So to me, I'm glad where we're at there. So just we got to continue. W&J is going to be a tough one on Saturday, but you know, they just keep fighting back. So we'll keep fighting back.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Coach Scott.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you, Coach Scott. Westminster loses this one in overtime by a score of 55-52. Looking at some of the numbers from this one, Westminster led scoring-wise by Bella Calcamugio, 15 in the game, 6 of 11 from the field, 3 threes for Bella Calcamugio, also 5 assists and 7 rebounds for the freshman guard. Maddie Syka, 13 points, 6 assists, 12 rebounds for the Titans. 12 points from Grace Cano. She had 10 rebounds for a double-double for Grace. 6 for Katie Grexa, 3 for Katie Mario, 3 for Kennedy Harrison. Titans with 52 points. Westminster in the game shooting 21 of 27, just 30%. 6 of 19 from 3 for 32%, 4 of 7 from the line.
Yeah, and looking over, it was Sarah Santacola came into this game, Mark. She was hurt early, still persisted. She led with 14 rebounds. She's one of the only players in PAC history, the 7th, to have 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds. She had 7 points, 14 rebounds. Jess Bickert with 12 points. She had the only three-pointer for Allegheny today. They were 1 of 12 from the three-point line. Anthony led with 16 points, 7 of 15, from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Ashton Price had 2 points, and David Kobus had 6 points as well.
All right, so Antonese with a big game with 16, 12 each for Bickert and Co. And that was a big 14 rebound for Santacola. 4 block shots for Santacola as well in this one, a couple of them coming late. Brings us now to our Titan Radio and WCN player of the game.
Yeah, a career high in rebounds with 12. Maddie Syka, the player of the game. 13 points, a 12 rebound, double-double, 6 assists, 33% from the three-point line, and just a great game for her all around.
All right, that's going to wrap it up here for game 1. As looking ahead for both Westminster, you heard Coach Scott say that's Allegheny tonight. It's W&J coming up next, the #1 team in the South. Allegheny will take on Chatham on Saturday. Men's action comes your way next, so stay right here for that. After a brief reset, we'll be ready for men's basketball. Westminster taking on Allegheny. So thanks to everyone here as part of game 1 of our doubleheader. We'd like to thank our crew at the studio and let you know the broadcast has been brought to you by the Broadcast and Sports Communication Program at Westminster College, providing real-world experience for today's media for tomorrow's producers. Thank you to everyone, including Ben Kelly, to Jacob Rhodes. I'm Mark Slazak saying thanks for watching. Final score again in this one in overtime. Allegheny 55, Westminster 52. On your home of the Titans, WCN, you have a good night.